folks, my name's Mark. Welcome to my channel, and once again welcome to the Lapidary Dungeon. Today we're going to have a look at these hunks of fossil wood that I found in Hubbard Basin, Nevada, and figure out what we're going to do with them. Now previously I had grabbed a large chunk of the biggest chunk of this fossil wood, and I put it on the slab saw. So let's go ahead and roll that footage. I'm going to select this rock from the pile here to put on the slab saw. I guess I'm choosing this one because it's the biggest. I can see some fractures running through it, possibly. You know, it could kind of fall apart once it's cut. I don't know. Maybe it's solid enough through it. Battery oil or something there. Let's grab the UV light for it before it is gone. A little bit of UV reactive in that one area for sure. I don't have a second hand. Alright, that's what it looks like under UV. Not incredibly awesome or anything, but a little bit of reaction on this far side. And this is what I got from that large chunk of fossil wood. Kind of the remainder chunk here. And you can really see the difference from the color on the outside. Color on the outside versus color on the inside, which is very common in fossil wood for it to, the sun bleaches away. Well, it doesn't bleach away the color. It bleaches away, or I don't know how to describe it, but it lightens the color of the wood. And oftentimes in fossil wood, it's very dark on the inside, or even black. And so one thing I can say about, you know, this wood is exposed on the surface of the earth for millennia, for eons, millions of years potentially, and it becomes fractured from weather, from freeze thaw and rain and just wind and other factors, I don't know, but so oftentimes fossil wood is difficult because it has fractures in it, right? And those little white squiggly lines generally are going to be fractures. Some will be healed and some will not be healed. And I'm showing you this dry because you can't see fractures generally when the piece is wet. Now this is a nice piece. It doesn't seem to be, well, spoke too soon, right? Little fractures in there. That doesn't mean that there's nothing good here. It just means that we need to process it a little bit more, break it along these fracture lines and get smaller pieces, but they can still be used. Let's get it wet so that we can actually see what some of these colors look like. get it wet and the colors do come out. I do love me some fossil wood. Pretty cool stuff. You know, I guess it'd be better if it was fracture free, but it is what it is. All right, so that's what comes from a single chunk, probably about the same size as this one, maybe a little bit bigger. So you get quite a bit of waste when you slab it up. Now, I thought that some of this could be tumbled. Most of this is going to be my cabbing material. I'm going to flex it and try to crack it and break it along those fracture lines, and then, you know, make stuff out of it. Make stuff out of what's left, right? If you end up with a little piece like this, you know, that's a cab size. That's a good size little cab, you know, 20 by 30 millimeter oval or something. But anyway, that's the future of this. Now, what I'd like to get out of this is some tumbles. You know, there's like this piece that would do very well to just be cut it kind of along that thin area. And some of these other ones maybe could be split in half for tumbles. Some of these can be kind of chunkified, perhaps. But I'd like to get some slabs that are thicker than these kind of slabs, you know, maybe half an inch thick or something, but still kind of attractive tumble shapes. So I'm going to process some of this rock into tumbles. And I think that's the plan. Now this saw blade is a fairly thin blade, 0.04 1/100ths of an inch. I'm going to switch that out to something a little thicker, something a little bit more sturdy. Going with the DeWalt 0.06 1/100ths of an inch. Let's start off small. See what we can do with this little piece. Well, one little cut, made two little tumbles, and I honestly don't think there's more that I want to do besides tumble those right now. Our next victim, basically the same thing. I'm just going to cut it across this thin part so that it'll make a better tumbles. Couple more tumbles made. Maybe this one. Little tumble. This one seems like a good one to cut up. I think these two can get a little bit smaller. This one looked kind of interesting from what I was seeing. Probably ought to finish up that cut. I don't know, maybe those are good just like that. All right, I think this is going to be the last one. Some interesting things going on there. Anyway, just whack it up into pieces. Interesting streak of white in there. All right, so we made some tumbles. Let's Still got a few chunks left over for future things or just for whatever. But pretty good stuff. This Hubbard Basin fossil wood, this yellow wood, agatized yellow wood. All right. Well, once again, my name's Mark. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Not much UV on the inside. That one's got some reaction to it. But sure seems like most of this doesn't have a ton of reaction. Just doesn't seem like much reaction on the inside of these fossil woods. More on the outside than on the inside. Whoops.